personally, I have gathered a lot of experiences. So one thing I can say is that the diplomatic space is a unique space that you don't just do anything anyhow. I mean, it's a space that a common gesture from you can be, misinterpreted. And also for the fact that, before this time, some of us thought the diplomats were just going for parties, drinking champagne, proposing toasts and all that. Receptions and all that. But through this experience, I have got to realize that they do more. They actually work so hard and tirelessly for their countries. And anyone who is appointed as an ambassador must be respected. Even with the welfare of citizens in a particular country where the ambassador is actually in the hands of, that particular ambassador, and they have to. Sometimes we don't even think. Their story, their success. We don't talk about it as if they don't even matter.
We don't project them at all.
We don't project them, but they are doing so much work, and I think we have to, so the diplomatic annex is a fantastic, initiative that is actually going to highlight their achievement, is going to project the works that they are doing, and it's going to even make that space attractive for younger people, to choose that as a career. A lot of people want to do politics, and probably they want to be communication directors or maybe ministers and all that. Few times will you have people maybe wanting to be diplomats, and sometimes they make it to look as if, to appear as if it is a profession that you just give to some people to compensate them for the work they have done for a particular party and all that. But you realize that they are career diplomats, and even those who are party people, they actually go there to do serious work for the countries. And beside that, there are other people who are not necessarily delegated to specific countries, but the work they do, like those who project culture, what we call culture diplomacy, those who project peace, unity and all that, the likes of Asantehene, and other people who have done a lot of work to kind of bring the various countries together.
Major General Kwaku
Andidoho. The success that great man, has struck in the UN, I'm sure it's one of the heights of the United Nations since its establishment. And these are people that we have to be conscious about projecting. We have to be deliberate about, highlighting their achievement. I believe that it's a space that we need to really have a focus on, and I commend this particular initiative, even though I'm part of it. You birthed it, and wherever it came from, I think it's a good thing, and it needs that necessary support to really stand the test of time.
Let's talk about some of the things that went into putting this together.
Thank you. The selection committee is phenomenal because I remember being very emotional the first day I saw all of them.
Yeah,
come
it was
together.
A full room.
Yes, when they all came together, I was filled with some kind of emotions, really, because I saw how they are taking this very seriously, and like in every kind of selection process, you want to have an odd number, and the selection committee was drawn from different stakeholders in this the diplomacy industry, if you like, and they came from
different sectors.
Yes, from the executive arm. They came from career ambassadors, people who have been in different areas in the world, who have had experience for a very long time, so shared by the very amiable and highly distinguished, hardworking ambassador
Nyako. Yes.
Amazing woman, Her Excellency. Shared by her, and Ambassador Dufu was there in the committee. We had Ambassador Asare Collins, Asare Owusu.
Dr. Asare.
We had Dr.
Eugene Owusu.
We had Dr. Owusu, as you mentioned. Ambassador Dike Osei. Very accomplished people Osei Dankwa, Ambassador Osei Dankwa,
yes.
you are hearing Ambassador.
The special advisor.
Yes.
So you can imagine, the special advisor to the minister. And of course, the support of the chief director.
The chief director. So, you know, all of these very accomplished people of a very high pedigree. And that is why whatever came out of that selection room is top-notch. It's something that anybody could trust. And I will tell you, from the day the event has ended till this, there has not been any blowback or any negative feedbacks, because the selection committee did a fantastic work.
Now, on the day of the event, how did you feel when you saw everything coming alive? Like the people whose names came up in those meetings, and judging the amount of work they've done, their inputs, their efforts, the results that they have, the accomplishments and all of that. How did you feel when you were watching some of these names popping up on the stage and grabbing awards?
So before I go to that, I want to commend the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for, in the first place, accepting this novelty, embracing it and adopting it as something that is worthy to be projected. In fact, I want to commend the ministry for that, because it has to take a visionary leadership to accept some of these things. You know, awards have become some kind of
a staple,
a staple nowadays. So,
or a trend, maybe.
Yeah, a trend. So people do not just want to associate, especially to have a ministry of, not just any ministry, but a Ministry of Foreign Affairs accepting it. So that visionary leadership shown by the minister, because she's the head, Honorable Shalia Ikoboche, I want to thank her personally and on behalf of the team for accepting such a great initiative and believing in the cause that people who have worked for the country, who have become unsung heroes, I mean, some are even gone because we awarded people posthumously.
Yeah, like Kofi
Annan and the rest. I mean, it's time that we need to project their works. That acceptance of the idea alone is a good thing. And the ministry did not just accept it, or did not just, some will say, oh, we are partnering you, so nothing shows. They actually put a lot of resources into this project for it to come to life. The people that Prince talked about, the other stakeholders, the institutions that they brought on board, that shows how committed the minister and her team are, interested in singing the stories, projecting the achievement of these great people that many of these Gen Zs don't even know about. Personally, I have heard about Mary Chenry Hesse.
Yes.
I've heard about this woman when I was
Dr. Mrs. Mary Chenry Hesse. Yes. Former Attorney General.
Yes, when I was a young boy, I was shocked.
Director for the International Labour Organization, ILO.
A great woman.
She's an international figure.
Serious figure, and I was overwhelmed to see her in a wheelchair, being pulled to come to the venue to accept
with the family.
Award. With the family, the entire family.
Huge entourage.
Look at General Anido.
Yes.
That great
with
man.
With a wife.
With a wife. This man actually projected Ghana.
Yes.
You see, I don't personally joke with people who, put up or put down their lives for the country.
Sacrifice, actually.
Sacrifice. These are people who made genuine sacrifices. And you see, it is good that we project these people for the youth. Because you see, when you look at our political space now, many of these young people are all about money. But these are people who did not just put their lives, but they put their career. Something that gave them food, they put it on the line so that Ghana's name will be projected.
I think all the awards are favorite because every one of them has actually achieved whatever that was presented to them. Yeah, so I believe that
merit,
any contribution that they actually render to the nation is worthy of honoring. So all of them are special and
merit.
All of them are special, really.
Yeah.
Special
merit.
awards meritocracy, really.
Yeah.
It was by merit, and they deserved those awards. So of course, I wouldn't say one supersedes
the other.
them, but they are very. And just for you to know, there were several of the categories. So anyone you see out there is the one that has, after being pruned, we came to that list of very, very special, unique awards.
Let's not also forget about some of the institutional awards, like the Legon Center for International Affairs and Diplomacy, LESIA. Even though I'm a GIMPA product, I'm a product of GIMPA, but unfortunately, I didn't win this one. Hopefully, I'm sure next year.
Yeah, I would say this is a tradition that has come to stay to keep on honoring excellence in the field of diplomacy. And it is to encourage people to do more and also inspire people to get on the wagon to do exceptionally great when in any field, in whatever area they have been called, in whatever assignments they have been given. And hopefully we can also expand this to include missions that come to our shores to help and to partner with us and do great things here, and to encourage them, spur them on to do great things even when they come to our country.
Sasa Timbuktu, Ghana, Mali, Sumanguru, you know what a show. What a show.